All right, well, welcome to our videos for 6th grade math. Mr. McKenzie and I often do our videos together. This particular video is on using the iPad in math class, and the very first thing we want to remind you of is that iPads are fun, they are a privilege, and they're going to be part of our daily math class. In this video, we're going to go over a couple of things on how to take care of the iPad and things that you need to look forward to with using your iPad. So if you would like to take notes, feel free to jot them down in your spiral notebook. If you have any questions or things that you liked or wondered about, we will be having a discussion after this video that you can bring those thoughts to us.
Hi guys, it's Mr. McKenzie. Here is one of our first rules, and this is just to kind of keep your iPad safe. No food or water near the iPads. That's both to keep the iPad clean, but also to keep it working properly. If it gets wet, it can obviously break it. So if you do bring a water bottle or a snack with you, keep your water bottle on the floor instead of on your desk. If you're having a snack, please have your snack and then clean up your hands before you use the iPad. We don't want any Cheeto dust all over our iPad, so make sure your hands are clean before you're using the iPad.
In just a few moments, when you're with us at our station, we're going to assign you an iPad number. As much as possible, you are going to want to be aware of this iPad number. So when you go to the cart, you're going to look for your number. You're going to touch the home screen and make sure that your screen saver is the appropriate number assigned to you. And if it's not, you're going to go ahead and ask the students around you who has iPad 4, who has iPad 6, just reminding them that they may have your iPad, and please make that switch at the beginning of class so that you have that iPad assigned to you at all times. This is for daily use. There will be some times in class where there's a group of iPads on the table, and that doesn't necessarily have to be your iPad. But if we're using them in daily class use and we ask you to go to the iPad cart, we really need to pay attention to picking up your assigned iPad.
Another one on safety and being careful with it. Obviously, iPads are made pretty well, but they can break, especially if they get dropped and aren't being taken care of. So please be gentle with it. If you're moving around the room, please carry it with 2 hands. Don't be balancing it on a finger and trying to be cool with it. When you're at your desk, keep it on your desk as opposed to kind of hanging off the side. Just take care of it. The more careful you are with it, the less likely there is to be an accident or getting bumped off your desk. And we want our iPads to last us as long as they can.
And we're just asking you to be aware of how the iPad is laying on your desk. Don't balance it on a couple of books that happen to be on your desk. The flat iPad staying flat on your desk is pretty important. There's another teacher accountability issue that you guys probably don't think of, but we are responsible for who is accessing what on their iPad. So if you have the iPad towards your chest or you're hunched up in a ball, we can't see what app or website that you're on, and we just need to be aware of what's going on in our classroom. So we're just asking you as much as possible to keep that iPad flat on your desk.
This is a big one. You need to make sure you're following directions on what you're asked to do when we're using the iPads. It's not just kind of free use, do whatever you want to. On any given day, we'll let you know what app or website or particular program you're using that day, and you need to be using it for that particular purpose. If you finish early, that doesn't mean you get to go pull up your favorite app and play a game unless you have directions from us to say that it's okay. If you're surfing the internet when you're supposed to be doing something else or playing a game that you're not supposed to, you will lose the privilege of using the iPad. It is a privilege. You do have to earn that privilege, so make sure you're following directions and using it appropriately. Another thing along the same lines is this isn't your iPad. It'll be the one you're using during class, but it is not yours to take home. It's not yours to personalize. Please don't download or delete apps. Don't delete somebody else's files. Don't move the apps around on the home screen. Don't invert the colors. Don't set reminders. Don't do anything that could change how someone else is using the iPad. It's not yours to personalize. Don't change the background colors or the background picture. Don't play around with the camera. It's not yours to go in and start snapping pictures and having fun with it or making videos. It's to use for class purposes, for learning purposes. As long as you can follow those rules, we'll all get along. But if you choose not to follow those rules and expectations, you will lose the privilege of using the iPads.
And just finally, when the teacher is talking, the iPad is asleep. We're tech savvy. A lot of you can do a multitasking at home, but we are just asking you when you are in our class and we are using the iPad that when I or Mr. McKenzie asks for your attention, that you put the iPad down and your eyes come focus on us. You click that power button, you put it to sleep, you put it off to the side, whatever it takes so that we have your full attention so we can move on. With 40 minutes, we always have a time crunch and we need to make sure that we are doing what the teacher is asking you to do.
I know it's hard to believe that, an iPad could be more exciting than what Mrs. King or myself might be saying to you. So I'm sure it'll never be a case where, you're distracted by your iPad, but that's why we put it to sleep, just to be on the safe side. On that rare occasion where we might say something less than exciting, we want to make sure that you are paying attention. So put that iPad to sleep or turn it upside down, something to kind of get it out of your eyesight so you can be focused up with us. Thanks for listening. Keep track of those questions, and we're going to talk about them as a group here in just a couple minutes.